Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Force with some more ArcheAge coverage. In today's video, I'm going to talk with you about the importance of crafting in this game, and also the RNG element that comes into play, just so you guys sort of know what you're getting into if you plan to hop into ArcheAge. So first and foremost, it just needs to be stated that the best possible gear that you can get for your character in ArcheAge is going to be crafted. It won't be from doing dungeons, it won't be from farming mobs, it will be crafted gear. So much so that I just did a brief comparison here showing you some basic level 40 items are actually better stat-wise than higher level green items, which are the tier right above basic. And even, take a look at these gloves. A level 40 basic glove is nearly as good stat-wise as a level 50 blue glove. And if these crafted gloves were to be blue, it would be much better stat-wise. So just as a brief example as to how much better crafted gear is than found gear. So now that I've shown you the difference in quality between crafted and found gear, and the fact that crafted is so much better, I want to talk with you about the crafting process and the RNG or randomness that goes into getting the higher quality items. So basically, the crafting system is fairly straightforward to start. You gather the materials for whatever piece of gear that you want to make, and then you craft your first piece. It is then set into a tier system so that in order to make the next level item, or the next quality item, you need to have in your inventory the previous item. And that starts, it's broken up by level. So you can make a level 20 piece, 24, 30, 34, and that goes up to 50, in which there are multiple level 50 tiers. So whenever you want to, say you want to make your headpiece, you have to start off by making level 21, and then level 24 one, and then level 30, 34, 40, 44, all the way up to the top. However, it doesn't end there. There is also a % chance to get a higher rarity item. So how it works is as follows. I craft a level 20 piece of gear. I have got a chance for it to crit and turn into a green item, which is the higher quality version. And then I take that green item and I make the next piece, which will be the level 24 piece, and I've got a chance for that to crit and turn blue. However, they can both not crit, so you can continuously make that level 20 item and not have it turn green. Or you can take that level 20 basic item and then craft the 24, that could crit to green. But every time you increase in rarity, the chance to crit, as you would assume, goes down tremendously. It's basically, I believe they said, less than a % chance for you to ever get the highest tier of a item, because you have to crit at every single level in order to actually get that. So again, there's multiple stages. You need the previous piece to make the next piece, and you would have to crit every single level, which as you go higher and higher, the % chance gets lower and lower. And I believe it's pretty much impossible to actually have, or you know, theoretically it's possible, but it's in practicality it's almost going to be impossible for anyone to have a full set of the highest rarity item, because those chances are just so very, very small. Now, beyond the RNG with getting a higher rarity item as you progress up the tiers, there is also RNG at the highest tiers stat-wise. The last few tiers of upgrading an item to the higher levels, and then the multiple levels, the multiple level 50 ones, you get a random stat distribution on your piece of gear. So you don't even know when you are crafting those higher quality items, those level 50 pieces, you don't even know what the stats are going to be. It's going to be random, and that is just another layer of RNG. Now, what does all of this mean? Well, all of this RNG between the upgrading and trying to get the higher quality items, and then the RNG for the stats, just means a lot of trial and error. Just to get one piece, first of all, I've gotten extremely lucky with some of my pieces. I did manage to get a level 34 purple helm. Now with that, I actually missed an upgrade tier. I didn't even get a full crit all bits of the way. I think I got a crit green on the first one, the second one was still green, the third one got blue, and then the fourth one I got lucky again and managed to get the purple piece, or whatever it's called in this game. So there's that RNG. RNG, there's the RNG of the stats. All of this just means a lot of grinding, a lot of trial and error. You will be making the same pieces over and over and over again, not only attempting to crit every time to get the higher rarity, but also attempting on the final tiers to get stats that you actually want, because for all you know, you could get the highest rarity, get super lucky, crit every step of the way, but then you get that last piece and it's got stats that are totally useless for your character. And as far as I'm aware right now, there is no way to re-roll stats on gear, sort of something like what Diablo has. So yeah, very, very RNG, and that is where the grind comes in this game. I heard people talk about, oh, ArcheAge is so grindy, and while I was playing, I was like, well, not really. Like, I'm leveling incredibly fast. I got to 50 within a week, and now I see where the grind is. The grind is totally in the gear progression at the end game, because you're going to need so many mats, and you're going to have to do this so many times just to get a piece of high-level gear that you want. Is that a problem? Well, that's up to the individual. Now, the truth of the matter is, since this is the best potential gear in the game, it shouldn't be easy to acquire. And there's also no item degradation, so you don't have to worry about your items ever disappearing on you. You don't have them for a limited amount of time. There is stuff like that in this game, like I've got a piece of honor gear that has a set time limit on it, but the base crafted gear you have permanently. So yes, it should probably take a long time. The question is, do you want to put up with randomness between item quality and randomness on stats for those later pieces of gear that you make? Is that a gear system that you're interested in? That's up to the individual. Myself, it's kind of frustrating, but also when I get a crit and it's a nice piece of gear, I'm pretty happy. So we'll have to see. I'm going to put some more time into the game, let you know what I think as I get more crafting done, because really, besides PvP, that's what there is to do. If you want better gear, you need to be crafting. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video showing off and discussing a little bit of the crafting and RNG associated with it here in ArcheAge. Stay tuned for more great gaming coverage coming up here on the channel. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Keep watching and keep owning.